Hey guys, welcome to the Fight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Former world champion Anthony Joshua has seriously lost his popularity and faced unprecedented criticism after his two defeats. Joshua didn't argue with those who condemned him and admitted that he really should have tried harder to win. They supported me for a long time and expected more from me as a champion. They expected more from me as a fighter who fights representing his country. I've let a few people down, so I deserve the criticism I get. As for further plans for the development of his career, Anthony sees the main goal for him as winning at least one championship title. I'm done with all this. An absolute world champion is such a headache. I've been chasing this goal for a long time, but now I'll just be happy to get my hands on one of the championship titles. Former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua said he was not going to apologize for his behavior after defeats. I paved the way to the absolute championship. I was one step away from him. One step was not enough for me. If you don't want to see such emotions and the importance of boxing for me, then of course it was all wrong. If I had won, you should have seen the coolest celebration, but you saw the tragic side, what defeat looks like. It was the wrong thing to do, but I live and study. I won't apologize for that because I think it will make me weak. But I can learn from this and try to behave better if something like this happens again, Joshua said. On April 1st, the boxing evening from the Matchroom Boxing promotion company will take place at the O2 Arena in London. The main event of which will be the fight of the famous British heavyweight Anthony Joshua against American Jermaine Franklin. AJ will be returning to the ring after two consecutive defeats on points. Franklin lost in the last fight by the decision of the majority of the judges to Dillian Whyte, but was able to show himself worthily in that confrontation and got a chance to fight Joshua. Anthony Joshua said that he has always admired Mike Tyson and his story. A troubled child from Brooklyn, New York, devoted himself to training and was able to reach unprecedented heights in sports. Mike Tyson was the one who brought me into boxing. All because of the fact that until the age of 30 he was a robber and a problem child, but he changed thanks to his surroundings and how they built his psychological attitude. It wasn't just working on physics, they changed his view on the world. He became the heavyweight champion of the world and demonstrated that if you dedicate your life to anything, you can achieve anything. That's why Mike Tyson became my favorite boxer, because of his psychology, because of how this child was formed. He has never been a boy who is incredibly gifted in terms of boxing. They didn't take him on a pencil, saying that this young guy would become world champion. It would more likely that he would go to prison and die, but he eventually changed his mindset. Obviously, he met the right people and became the youngest champion in history. It just shows that if you dedicate yourself to something, you can achieve anything you want, Joshua said. As you heard, the promoter of former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua said that in case of victory over Jermaine Franklin, his word should fight with the WBC title holder Tyson Fury, if he doesn't have a fight scheduled by then. If Joshua wins on Saturday and Tyson doesn't have a scheduled fight and a mandatory challenger, then why don't we resume discussions? I think we need to do it quietly, because both fighters are probably tired of public exchanges and negotiations, but at the same time, it all depends on the public. I think Joshua comes out and violently destroys Jermaine Franklin. Then there will be no other choice but to arrange a fight with Tyson Fury. After all, this is a duel that needs to be organized, and it needs to be done at the right moment. Time is the main thing, but first let Joshua win on Saturday night, Hearn said. As Hearn told what the consequences would be for his fighter if he lost the fight with American Jermaine Franklin. People are now actively discussing the topic of ending Anthony Joshua's career if he loses this fight. Well, his hopes of becoming a world champion again will finally be destroyed, and this is very important for him. The feat will turn into a disaster. We are in a situation where we can't say it's just another fight. Everyone understands that this is not the case. There is a lot at stake on Saturday, Hearn said. At the same time, the promoter has no doubt that no matter how the fight against Franklin ends, Joshua will still be criticized. If AJ knocks out Franklin quickly, then people will say that it was an easy opponent. If the fight lasts the whole distance, they will say that Joshua is not the same anymore. So don't worry too much about what everyone is saying. You just have to believe in yourself. Anthony's achievements are incredible. He is a two-time world champion, Olympic champion. What else is needed? Hearn said. Former heavyweight title contender Derek Chisora shared his thoughts about the fight of former world champion in his division Anthony Joshua against Jermaine Franklin. For Joshua, this is a fight from the serious punter gone. The pressure is on him, and his problem is that if he knocks out an opponent, then people will say, you managed to knock this guy out too easily. If Joshua wins on point, then people will argue that he was too afraid to fight with Franklin. In any case, he will be fucked up. First of all, AJ needs to get ready, get into the ring and do what he has to do. It is necessary to win. The main thing is victory. It doesn't matter how you win. Even if you win at the expense of an out call, it's still a victory, Chisora said. Anthony Joshua said that the fight with Joe Joyce interests him more than potential fights with Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder. I'm not particularly interested in Dillian Whyte, but we have what we have. Joe Joyce interests me the most. Wilder is interesting to me. I feel like there is just a swing going on in this situation with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, so I would leave that to my team. I like the fight with Joe Joyce. I think the audience is interested in him. Joyce and I are from the same country, so it makes sense, Joshua said. Recall that Joshua will fight against American Jermaine Franklin on April 1st. Meanwhile, Joe Joyce will fight Chinese Zhang Zhili on April 15. British heavyweight Anthony Joshua admitted that now the main goal for him is to make good money. According to Joshua, without a championship title, he will not be able to achieve his goals. Therefore, in order to achieve the goal, it is necessary to take care of his legacy. Why do people go to work? What are we here for? We are all here to make money first of all. I'm a boxer, but my priority is money. I won't lie to you. Everyone should get their own coin. That's why I started a management business to show young athletes how to be independent. Throughout my career, I have often made the wrong decisions. I can't go back to the time when I was 23 years old and only climbed to the top to fix everything. A businessman can make a mistake and then correct it, and a boxer, when he loses everything. So young guys should go after their dreams and pursue these titles. Take care of your dream. Often boxers don't get what they are worth. You get what you agree on. So be smart at the famous table, Joshua said. Former United Heavyweight World Champion Anthony Joshua is convinced that WBC title holder Tyson Fury needs a fight with him now. There won't be a better time for our fight. Who is to blame for the disruption of our fight in December? Maybe I am. I didn't meet his deadline, Anthony Joshua said.